What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TNH31. I'm Jay Tonic.
And I'm Shelby. Glad to be back with you guys.
All right.
Tuesday Night Hype, number 31.
Number
Going,
31.
I know, it's so many.
So
It's
many.
so many Tuesday Night Hypes. That's like so much hype.
So,
So I think we are going into the semifinals,
yes. Are we
correct?
following Kingdom?
I hope so.
I hope so, too. Looks like he's going to be going against Salesandro.
Salesandro. That name sounds
Salesandro.
familiar. Is he a regular? That name sounds. I think he was in chat earlier. Maybe that's why.
Yes, he might also be one of our Latin American players.
Oh.
Let me just try to add him here.
So we've
Okay.
got Kingdom, Warrior, Druid, Hunter, which is the same thing that he's been bringing.
Nice. Little
Keeping
consistency.
it consistent.
Pretty good, pretty good.
And Salesandro with Hunter, Warrior, and Warlock. So these are the decks that we're seeing most consistently. Nothing surprising here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And they're preparing to battle each other. Okay, so let's say I'm Kingdom and you're Salsandro. Who would you pick first?
I'm Salesandro.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with Warlock.
Start
I'm going to
Warlock?
save Warrior and Hunter for later. I'm going to get Warlock out of the way. Warlock, I mean, personally, like, it's like a little tricky, a little bit comfortable with it. You can always go back to Hunter. He's starting to feel a little bit intimidated. What about you?
So I don't like to start with Warlock because of the versatility of the archetypes of
Mm.
Warlock. Sometimes the opponent not knowing what you're bringing with that Warlock can be a huge advantage for your mulligan, can be a huge advantage for your actually your Q-ins. So I like to keep Warlock maybe like a second or a third, and kind of keep it as like a wild card, like you don't know what this is type card, a type deck. But anyways, if I was Kingdom, I would probably start off with the Druid. I like starting off Druid. Druid has it's a pretty like variance heavy class, but doesn't have too many unfavorable matchups. It's sort of like a solitaire, sort of like a freeze mage class where it's like you need to draw the right cards and you got to have that wild growth ramp. So it's it. I feel confident in Druid, and I like starting off with it as a sort of scouter class.
Yeah, I like that term, the scouter class. Just sort of like feel out your opponent as a player, what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
So let's get into these games.
Okay, so probably gonna see a turn two knife juggler here from the hunter.
Okay.
It's a bit mid-rangey. I mean, we've got Dr. Boom and a freezing trap. Let's see, we're gonna see an innervate Keeper of the Grove, which is pretty strong
Yeah.
tempo swing.
That is that's by far the best solution to a turn two knife juggler.
Mm.
You know, I actually mentioned it, I think last time we saw Kingdom. Sometimes even if you have the wild growth, if you're going against a hunter, you kind of still want to do the innervate play. Clears the board and it gives you instant board advantage, which is so important as a druid, especially against the classic hunter. So
Yeah, absolutely.
we see him follow it up with a simple hero power, which is fine because that's all that this guy did before. So we see, sorry, this guy, Salsandro. We see him just drop down a Naked Houndmaster, basically just for lack of better play.
Yep, a little bit slow, a little bit biding the time. I mean, this is great for Druid though. Be able to
Yeah.
coin that Druid of the Claw out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Druid's basically just eating up this early game advantage that he's getting. The Hunter's Mark will shut it down a little bit, mixed with the quick shot, and then let's see if he chooses to clear the board or go face here. Okay.
What would you do?
I would go trade
You would
face.
go face,
No,
right?
no, no. I would trade with mid range. You definitely need a trade.
Trade face.
Yeah, I would trade face.
Trade
Smart.
faces.
Me trade face? Yes. Okay. Turn 5. you kind of just swipe to clear the board. You see that it's a
Yeah.
mid-range because of the Houndmaster, so you're not really scared of the explosive traps stopping your combo.
But hey, turn 6 event I made right on time.
Yeah, pretty good.
Turn 7 Doctor Boom to follow it up. Seems pretty good.
Good, but a good answer to high main is Sylvanas.
Yes, it is. Except that we see a freezing trap up.
Right, but the next turn he does have the Force of Nature, which is one of the best counters to freezing trap. So Boom comes down,
That's true.
and this Force of Nature play, if he does it, can really pay off for him, especially if he's able to steal the Boom. With
Steal the Boom seems pretty good.
Yeah. So what I would do here if I was a druid is just do the Force of Nature, get one of them sapped or frozen, get the other one, try to pop both bots, and then run the Sylvanas into high main.
Yeah, it looks like that's what he's going to go for. It's a great play.
Mhm.
Hopefully, the second treant doesn't die here, and it does.
That's so
That's
rough.
not what you want to see.
Yeah, very awkward, very, very awkward. You would have loved to have that Sylvanas just eat up some of that damage,
What?
but he still steals the Dr. Boom esports. Esports, guys.
Okay, well, something unlucky and something lucky.
Yeah, so this Harrison
Holy
list
cow.
has been kind of floating around recently with the snake traps. It's considered pretty good. Somebody recently posted like 100% win rate with it to Legend or something like that, so everybody's using it. But
Whoa.
I'm not sure if it's that great. It's going to use a treant to trigger the other trap.
Yep, which is
Very smart. But does he have
pretty
the
great.
time to do it? Because that treant did cost him 3 mana. So
Right.
he gets to clear the 5/4 with Boom, should he want to.
Yeah.
And I guess Lotheb shuts out the most damage that he can do besides that.
But the Shredder off the top seems pretty useful.
Mhm.
Just
So let's
for
see what he
developing
gets.
some more. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he can play that as well. Maybe he can just clear board here. You can even squeeze in a hero power like that.
Yeah, that's great.
And then face, or... Well, if you've set up lethal for face, you might as well go it, or do it.
Yeah,
Especially since you're still safe from the combo, and he already used a force. So you're not really scared
that's
of that.
true.
I like this line of play from the Hunter.
Everybody knows that the face is the place.
Yeah, man. Face is the place, always and forever. Except if you're Emperor Cobra.
Yes. It's true. Or maybe Patient Assassin?
Yep. I don't know, that one damage.
Probably
sucked
face
me
is not
in.
the place.
I don't know, I heard Patient Assassin can one-shot the hero if you connect with it.
Hey!
Some stuff.
That's an idea. Should try that.
Some stuff on the,
He's just
on
gonna
the
take
board.
up.
So, okay. Roll the Animal Companion, get the Huffer like always,
Huffer.
and just emote well played because it's lethal. Yep.
Because it's lethal.
Just because it's lethal.
Alright, so we're gonna face Alessandro. Take
Always
game
Huffer.
number 1. With the Hunter. Always Huffer. No surprises here.
Yeah. So, I mean, he chose to go... Yeah, he didn't really have a choice. I was going to say, the turn that he played the 3-mana Treant to trigger the trap, he could have used the 5/5 heal, Ancient of Lore, and then maybe tried to use that on a freezing trap, but then he wouldn't have been able to clear the Harrison Jones, which would have been doing 5 extra damage, so kind of like, you know, you kind of had to go with that play. So, plus, you know, it's helping with the Lotheb, would just kind of keep him on, but wasn't able to really gain his footing back, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's interesting talking about like plays that you kind of have to make because you really just don't have any other options.
Right.
It's tough because then you know you're making plays to not die, but you're just not able to make plays to win. It's such a strange feeling, and I always wonder Like it's a little bit different in Conquest, but in like last year or Last Man Standing, I guess, like it's like how much more information about my deck do I want to give away by
Mm.
playing more cards when I know that I'm dead? I know my deck really well, and I know there's no way for me to turn this around. So yeah, it's
Uh,
always been the best feeling.
so
Oh,
Salsandro accidentally picked a class that he wasn't supposed to. We see a Druid mirror, and Salsandro clearly picked Hunter, Warrior, and Warlock. Um, that's not good.
okay, that's not great.
Let's
Okay,
get this
so
all
let's figure
figured
this
out.
out.
Yeah, what do?
All right, yeah, we just got a message from Kingdom about this. We'll see if we can get another admin in here. Um, I get the feeling that the game should be stopped, though. Yeah, there we go. So I don't know if that's going to be a win for Sal. Well, I guess we'll find out. We'll hear back from an admin in a minute. And if it is a win, if that's going to count as that's just going to count as the Druid win, and then he'll have to play Warrior. Def win to Kingdom. Okay, so Kingdom's going to take that game. Sal, I don't know, misclicked or forgot which classes he picked. So he's going to receive a loss for that. Kingdom's going to get a Def win. So that's considered winning with his Druid. So he's going to go on to his last class, which is Warrior. And Sal still has Warlock, Warrior, and Hunter to choose from. So that's rough. That happens. It happens.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It happens every now and then if maybe you're too tired or you misclick, but it's in the rules, and we can't really show favoritism to anybody. Justice is just, and if you misclick, you misclick, you get punished for it. Same thing happened to me a little while ago. It was one of those days that the servers crashed or something, and it was like 2 in the morning, and I had to queue up my last game in a best of 5, and I accidentally forgot to move my mouse off of the deck that I just won with, so I queued into it again, and then the guy
Oh
said, "Hey, I
man.
won." Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, I guess that's, it
Yeah, I
happens."
guess you
So
did.
there's nothing you can really do about it, except be super super careful next time, right? I mean, and
Yeah,
the punishment is severe for a reason.
yeah, that's true. I mean, it's gonna be tough um, to be Saul right now because you're down 2 games. You just lost that game for pretty much no reason.
Yeah,
So that is rough. But I mean,
it's not
you can still
impossible
turn it
though.
around. You can win 3 games in a row, no problem.
Yeah, so he's gonna
So he's gonna
queue
go with
as his
Hunter.
he's gonna go into his hand lock, which actually is not that bad against a mid range hunter. Versus face hunter, it's still favored for the face hunter, even though a lot of hand locks are taking in double heal bot. Um, Usually, just one of them is enough to evade the cheese of the face hunter, but for mid range, it's just I don't know if it can really deal with the tempo swings of the hand lock later on.
So I'm confused. I thought King had already won with his Hunter deck. Did Sal win a game with his Hunter deck?
Um,
Is that Sal and I just marked it down wrong?
yeah,
Yes. Okay. So it
yeah,
was.
Saul won
So
the
that's
first one.
that's my bad. Sal won with Hunter. Okay. So they're
They're good
so
to
they're
go.
1-1. Okay. Great.
Pretty sure Sal would have jumped on that if that was the
Oh
case.
yeah. I mean,
The
that's a chance
revenge,
to get the game
the
back.
revenge
Yeah, for
call.
sure. Yeah.
All right, so the turn 4 Mountain Giant, these guys are playing very fast, I might add, but the turn 4 Mountain Giant is it's a pretty solid play. Gets severely punished by the freezing trap though, and that just gives so much tempo to the hunter. Gonna be
Mm.
pushing that damage in. Double Hellfire and no Moltens in hand is, I don't know. you kind of really need the Moltons and the heal bots in this matchup, and we don't see that out of the handlock.
So do you know this is freezing trap and you just don't swing, and because you plan on taunting it up next turn?
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance that it's a snake trap, but if it's freezing, you just get punished too hard.
Mhm.
And you don't actually gain too much by activating the snake trap either, so holding is
Right.
not a bad idea here.
Yeah, because he does have the mana next turn to swing with the Twilight Drake. Oh no, he doesn't because it's going to cost 2 more. Never mind.
Yeah.
So I guess you just taunt them up.
Taunt and hope for the best. I mean,
Man, we're at 10 now though.
he's got, hero
8.
power and kill command in hand. Shields up, but, let's be real.
Yeah, this is
So, I think
not
maybe
looking great.
Dark Bomb on the 4/4 with the Mortal Coil might have been better than silencing there. But, who knows? Maybe he just wants to guarantee that he can trigger the freezing trap with something besides one of these taunted minions.
Sure, that makes sense. He might be afraid of like double knife juggler as well, with all those juggles from the snakes.
Yeah, he does play into a bigger juggle unleash. Should Kingdom have it. Unfortunately, it doesn't have it, so Kingdom's just kind of trying to piece together the best way to get through these big guys. With no taunts in hand, he's only got one freezing that's going to get triggered by the Sun Fury. It's actually getting a little bit awkward.
Right. I mean, also awkward for the Warlock not to have any mollies. Let's see, yep, there's the juggle.
Yep, so they get sniped.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess
You gotta put up snake trap, yeah.
do you snake trap? I mean, I wouldn't have hero power there. I would have probably kill commanded the 2/3. But
Oh, that's a good idea.
yeah, I kind of force him to freeze one of these guys at least.
There's
But
a molten off the top.
actually, keeping the kill command is good because he has lethal next turn. So never mind. Sat me. Unless he plays Healbot, right? You sort of have to consider the
Alright, and
option
I'll
of
have
them
lethal
having.
because of all the 1/1s.
But even if he did Healbot, then he would have used the Healbot to eventually trigger the freezing trap, which is also like a way to lose. I don't know.
That's true.
I mean, it's just so hard to picture an out for the Warlock here, even with the Molten and Taunt. No heal. There's nothing that you can do about it.
Nope. Well, I'm gonna taunt up some more stuff. And,
Taunt up some more stuff, get a little BM'd, and I don't think I got him.
Welcome to playing against a hunter. Alright,
Yeah,
so now Kingdom does take that with the hunter.
When
So now King does have the warrior left, and Sal has warrior and warlock. So we might see a warrior v warrior game coming up here. Always fun.
Kingdom is bringing the Patron Warrior, right? Or Patron Warrior?
Patron warrior.
I've just been saying it all, so.
Yeah, Kingdom had control warrior.
Oh, okay, cool.
At least that's what he had earlier. Earlier in previous matches, he was bringing control warrior.
Okay. So we're gonna see which game is this again?
This is game 4, so King's up 2-1 against Sal.
Cool. Yep, Warrior Mirror. You called it. Golden Warrior Mirror. You didn't call that one.
I don't know if Sal is playing control or not.
But... They are. They are both playing control.
No.
Rip casters.
So,
yeah.
like, any good jokes or anything?
Yeah, there's this thing called Armor Up Pass. And it's actually pretty funny. You could just keep pressing it, and whoever presses their Armor Up Pass faster apparently wins. Anyways, let's be bottle half full people, right? So,
okay.
I mean, there could be some interesting things, like Sarah drawing Ysera's Awakens. You know, that could be a thing.
Sure, sure. We're seeing an Amrat pass. I see all golden cards in Kingdom's Hand, but not the golden
Nice.
coin.
Not
Very
the golden
disappointing.
coin. Rip. Um, a not armor pass, so he's gonna go for the Acolyte. It's gonna get punished by the Fire War Axe. And we see a Senjin coming out of Salisandro. I actually love this card.
Hey,
Um,
Senji.
yeah, Senjin's pretty cool. And it's golden. That means he has level 60 Rogue. So, you know,
Oh, I didn't know
there you
that.
go. There you go. I
Oh.
remember that because I was building my golden druid, my first golden class, and I was using Senjins at the time, and I had like a level 20 rogue. So I was like, okay, time to grind. So yeah, then we see the Sludge Belcher
Whoa.
coming down. It's gonna be like taunt versus taunt. Um, may the more resident sleeper win.
Ah. Well, I mean, this one's golden, so it's clearly gonna be doing better, right?
No man,
So-
not always. That just means that he's a role player. So shield block draws a shield maiden. So many armor, so many taunts. I'm sure these guys have played this matchup hundreds of times each, so
Oh yeah.
pretty much know what they're doing here.
Well, I mean, plus it's nice to play the mirror when you know your own deck so well that you can
Yeah,
start thinking about, okay, if I were, like this is me, what would I be looking for?
right.
Okay, that's what they're gonna play. It's nice.
And yeah, the only golden mirror that I don't like to play is Druid because that one is less skill and more draw wild growth. If
Mm-hmm.
both players do or don't draw it, then it becomes more of a skilled uh, matchup. But otherwise, it's really one-sided. But I have let's see, Golden Hunter. That one is pretty skill, and I don't know. Okay. I'm trying to like talk about this game, but there's so much nothing going on. It's like ridiculous. So he put
Yeah,
his
I know. I'm
guy.
just thinking of like ridiculous questions that I can ask you, but I guess we should actually talk about Hearthstone instead, maybe.
Yeah. There's a health advantage slash armor advantage to Kingdom, which is good,
Yeah,
and a
true.
board advantage, which is also good. So and he's wasting execute on a 5/2. Um, it's not really what you want to be using your execute on. There's a bunch of big guys in there that you need to be saving that for.
Yeah, for sure.
Grom, stuff like that. I mean, he has a shield slam and a big aim, so suppose he can just afford to gain a little bit of board back with that play.
It's double. I mean, we could be in here for half an hour, realistically.
Or more. Could actually be worse.
Sorry, I got kicked out of the game here. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna get a Shield Maiden. Just,
Shield block.
I mean, yeah, Kingdom definitely has
Shield slam.
card advantage here.
Yeah, so it looks like this is just like a slight advantage to Kingdom coasting through this match. Seems to be always like slightly ahead in armor, slightly ahead in board. And Salasandra sort of fighting from behind, but realistically they've both been kind of using the same resources towards one another.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Straza can make a big you know, swing, but so he chooses to go the super aggressive route.
Wow,
Yeah,
I was not expecting that.
yeah. I mean, he has a BGH answer.
Mm-hmm. Is that so? Is that just sort of like a, like a
It's a do it whenever you get a
desperation thing?
chance. No, it's like a do it whenever. It's do it because you have no better play. It's a do it because why not? You know, it still
Okay.
does a lot of damage that you're gonna want to do at some point, sometime, right?
Hmm.
Obviously, you'd love to do it the turn before you can set up a lethal with it, but
Right.
you know, if you only are sitting on brawl and two armor smiths, you might as well just go for it or whatever. Um,
Okay.
he draws a Ysera, so Ysera would have been a much better play in that situation, right? Or would it have been? I don't even know. I think Ysera you want to save for like a last ditch effort in this so that you can try to gain as many cards off of it because you
Mm.
know that your enemy is going to be loaded with removals and stuff like that. Basically,
Mm.
until they use their shield slams, Ysera is unplayable.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Um, so let's see if Salasandra uses an Alexstrasza of his own. Looks like he's going to just use his Acolyte and draw off of it instead.
Huh. Giving Kingdom 3 cards here is pretty annoying.
Yeah, it's an awkward play. He's going for the efficient board clear,
Mm.
but card advantage does play a big part in this matchup. Um, it
I figured we were going
might
to see a Taskmaster on the Acolyte.
right. Maybe he's playing into the fatigue game, right? So he's 3 cards behind his opponent. He's thinking maybe those 3 cards, or those 3 turns, will make a difference in the fatigue game.
Mm. That's fair.
So he's gonna try to steal this this Ysera, a very cute play, and it's gonna pay off for him in the long run because I don't think. Oh no, there's an execute out of Kingdom and a Brawls.
Mm.
I'd be surprised to see this Ysera live, and he got a Laughing Sister out of the Ysera card, so that's pretty
Right.
tall. Ooh, and another Laughing
She,
Sister. This Ysera is just a spawner of sisters.
she's just laughing. She just
She's
thinks
just
this is all
trolling
very
everybody.
funny.
It's like, what is this? Semifinals? Trollolol. I'm on this side. I'm on that side. You get a sister. You get a sister. Everyone gets a sister. See, I told you, Ysera's gonna make this
Ysera
game
is
interesting.
Oprah.
See? Yeah. Ysera
Yeah.
makes this matchup. And Baron Geddon is a pretty cool tech that we don't see every day.
Yeah, I like it.
Used to be a staple. Ooh. And the Harrison comes down and get rid of that Fire War Axe. Get out of here, bro. Give me a card. Cruel Task Execute. A very efficient way to deal with that Baron Geddon.
Boom.
But now we just see double Armor Smith, Laughing Sister in both of these players' hands. And Cruel Taskmaster. The only difference is
Well,
that Kingdom
Alessandro.
has his
Oh,
BGH and Alessandro has his Alexstrasza. So it's like very like samesies, you know.
yeah. But Golden Boom is here to
So
change
yeah,
everything.
Golden Boom is here to do some stuff. Do you owl a boombot like, and then just double Armor Smith and do some trades? You can Cruel Task
I don't
it
know.
5/4. No.
No. Yeah, you're just gonna
Yeah, you
gain up
would.
a bunch of armor.
He needs to save the owl for something more important, I guess.
Yeah. Laughing Sister. Everyone's laughing. Everything's hilarious. Anyway, hey Gromash, how's it going? This is looking good for. I don't know. I was gonna say it's looking good for Kingdom, but then I changed my mind. I don't know.
I don't know. Kingdom's always been ahead in this match. Even after the Ysera swing, he was able to efficiently deal with it. Ripping Boom off the top in that like weird turn was pretty good too. Just wondering why he's not just playing the Laughing Sister here. I guess to play her on Brawl or something.
Hmm.
These guys know how to use their resources effectively, but I probably would have done stuff on that turn. It's hard to not do stuff, right? I mean, you have 8 mana and a full hand of stuff. Just like play cards, right?
Oh,
Go for it.
yeah. That's what this game is here for.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
So gain
Well.
1 million armor and pass.
Mhm.
He's holding on to that Alex. He doesn't want to just have it BGH'd. And he knows that Kingdom's holding that BGH.
Mhm.
Now, Kingdom also has the Grom Cruel Task, but there's no way he's going to get through that 25 armor soon. So he chooses to play his Laughing Sister now instead of last turn. And a Ystera from Salisandro, nice. There's no cute play for Kingdom to deal with that, so he's
Right.
probably gonna have to brawl after that comes down. Now I'm pretty sure Salisandro knows that, so he's probably not gonna play Ystera unless it's like on an empty board or something like that.
Right. Like you said, the last ditch.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a pretty cute play.
Yeah. You do see Cruel Taskmaster. But
Little
anyway,
trading. Get some armor. Makes it kind of yeah, juicy to use Cruel Task on it. So now you kind of don't have it for
yeah.
your Grommash anymore.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Lots of armoring up, as you called earlier.
Yep, armoring up, maybe passing after that. Sorry for my squeaky chair, man. Okay.
Yeah. What's up with that?
What's up with that? You know what I need? I need Beast Mode to hook me up with a nice little DX Racer. That way, when we stream, it'll be in my back at all time, and everybody will see it, and then you know, it'll be worth.
Jay, why don't you have any WD-40?
So WD-40 is actually it's actually a myth, right? Doesn't actually do anything. Just air in a can, and I don't believe in it. I refuse to spend money
Wow.
on air in a can.
There are some people who are like big believers in WD-40.
Yeah, and duct tape. I
Like,
think, you know, I don't know. I love duct tape. Don't get me wrong. WD-40. It's like, come on, air in a can. Am I that guy? Just kidding. I
I
actually
mean, you're
just
that guy with
forgot
the
it.
squeaky chair.
Yeah, I actually forgot it at my job. I was gonna bring it and I forgot it. So that happened.
Okay.
And
Well,
the owl on the Sylvanas is really good. So that's pretty much what he was saving it for instead of the boombot. So good call, Alessandro, and not doing the J-tonic play. See a BGH to punish that early Grom. Oh man, this is gonna be a resident sleeper game. They have like collectively 5 cards left to draw from their decks, and they're nowhere near dead. Any of them.
yep. This is going to be, like I said, it's going to come down to armor. It's going to come down to fatigue.
Oh man.
I mean, we still do see the Alex. Well, no. Yeah, I don't know. Death Bite. But Kingdom does still have the Grommash, so. Oh boy. Yep.
Okay.
Two cards each in the deck. Oh my goodness. This is like a kind of a. Is this going to be a dead brawl in Kingdom's hand?
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that Harrison. It's unplayable. Is it? Is that playable? You just fatigue yourself sooner. You even
He's
want to
just going
draw?
for it.
I mean, you can't. Alright, you can never play shield block. I'm pretty sure it's statistically proven that you're unable to do shield block here. Wow, and look at that.
Yeah.
Those death bites at the end of at the bottom of the deck would have been so bad in any other matchup, and this is probably one of the only matchups where it just does not matter.
Alex.
Valley
Okay, so we'll
Electraza.
see Grommash execute, probably.
Hmm.
He's not going to play Grommash.
So that was an error,
Yeah.
but he does have the death bite secondary death
Okay.
bite.
Well, why
So,
not just get it out now before you start
well, yeah.
taking a bunch of fatigue damage? Or play an armor smith out or something. I don't know.
So the Ysera as a last ditch is gonna come into play pretty soon. Dr. Boom is the play first, Probably gonna try to bait out some type of brawl here.
The
Okay.
I will crush you emote.
Yeah.
This is good.
Awesome. I mean, that's what you want to see when it's Golden Warrior into Golden Warrior, Fatigue into Fatigue, and they both have full life.
This is yeah. This whole game has been me not knowing who's going to win this game.
Yeah, so
You know?
it always happens to me in this matchup when I'm the Control Warrior that I feel like I'm ahead the whole time because I have a little bit more health or a little bit more minion presence on the board or something like that. But realistically, it's a game of like in the long run, how much slightly more value did I get out of my cards than you did, or how much slightly better timing did I have with my cards than you did.
Right.
So having the Cicera at the end is excellent because there's literally no way to clear it. You cannot use that shield block. And Grom isn't gonna. I mean, he can attack, right, and then use Grom to kill it.
And that's what he's gonna do. Man.
Man.
All right. Well, that's good that went face. I think.
He's got the brawl here. I think you want to shield slam whatever survives, and then put your Elmerald Drake, and then win the game, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So I don't know. About 40 minutes ago, I'm pretty sure that it. I called that it was going to come down to one Sarah draw, winning the game, and it looks like this Emerald Drake is going to be the answer.
Salisandro
Actually, he
will
doesn't
get
even need it,
some.
right?
No, he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
I mean, Salisandro was behind on the fatigue game anyway.
Right.
Yep, and he's still got the. Yeah. Okay, so actually, we're tied up now, 2-2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know what that means? We're not going to see a Control Warrior mirror. Hype. Hype.
Yeah.
I hope that these
We are gonna
finalists
see.
are not going to
I
bring.
think Handlock versus Control Warrior though.
That's a little bit more interesting. I mean, you got Mountain Giants doing stuff, all
Yeah,
types of stuff.
doing stuff like Mountain Giants do, just like standing around, being
Yeah.
walls and stuff. Being big pain. You know, I don't know what the life of a mountain giant is actually. I don't know what they do in their spare
Pretty
time.
sure just grunt a lot, hit stuff really hard, get
Yeah,
VGH.
that's pretty much what I do now though.
Yeah.
Get BGH, yeah. Get silence.
Sucks. Or get brawled. The brawl's gonna be an interesting turn this game, I think. Calling it now, boys. 10 minutes. Watch 10 minutes, and then it's gonna be a cool brawl.
All right, it's 11:36.
11:36 here.
11:46.
11:46
Just a
there.
really great ball.
There should be a great ball by then. Okay, so he's gonna pitch back the Moltons. He knows for a fact that it's Control Warrior, so he doesn't have to worry about Grims anywhere, but he still has the Hellfire.
All right. Again, playing very quickly.
Yeah, these players playing so quickly at such a high level of gameplay is a little bit unnerving. You have life coach literally roping every turn at high level play, thinking of every possible out and every possible next turn. So
That's the thing. I mean, that's what's so impressive about life coach is he's applying like chess tactics to the game, basically, like thinking so many turns ahead and
yeah,
thinking statistically what his opponent has. I mean,
right.
that's like some next level stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean it gives an edge, right? Having a plan, having sort of some some idea of how the game's going to turn out. Once you're playing at a competitive level, you kind of have an idea what to expect, what's the worst case scenario of everything, and you kind of play around that. Set up a game plan, have some confidence in what you're going with it, and go from there. So
Sure.
roping, it's not the most fun thing to do, right? And sometimes it can be infuriating to go against, but um, you know some people got to do it. Anyways, but obviously from our point of view, we like to see the game go a little bit faster, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. It's
we already
great.
see a lot of kind of aggression from the handlock by taunting up these guys. Sort of forces like some type of like response from the warrior, right? I mean, it's not really a threat, but it's not really not a threat also.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's a presence. It's. I mean, it's annoying.
Hmm.
It's certainly annoying. You're like,
Yeah,
okay, really? Like you had both your ancient watchers and the top 12 cards of your deck. Like that's kind of annoying.
yeah. So uh, Kingdom knows kind of how to do this matchup. He knows he's not really threatened. He just kind of plays the lax Belcher and says, just relax for a little bit. He's going to slam
Hmm.
down Emperor Tharasan, which is actually going to be hard to deal with, unless execute or actually no, he has a shield slam, so shield slam should be pretty
Yeah,
easy.
with the
He has
shield
two of
slams.
them.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have to waste an execute here. So shield slam, armor up, pass. Go for it, bro. Or shield maiden, shield block,
That's
or
it.
shield slam. Shield maiden is not bad actually.
Yeah, that seems good.
Get the 5/5 there.
Yep, that looks like he's gonna go ahead and do that play.
Do you do a turn 7 rag here?
Yep.
Even I guess he doesn't even think about it. You just do it. YOLO. Said, what is BGH? Oh, get rid of that armor. Get out of here. What are you gonna do? Yeah. Can't armor
Well,
up.
and
Shield slam.
Kingdom doesn't have BGH,
Yep.
so
Can't even armor up and shield
yeah.
slam here. Look at that.
Nope.
Good job, Rag.
Ah.
So he's gonna have to cruel task and
I mean,
execute, right?
I
Or
guess.
no,
I
he
mean,
doesn't have
how is
to.
he ever?
Yeah, he doesn't have to cruel task. He can just use the whirlwind effect from the weapon.
Right.
And there's actually no threats in the Henlock's hand. Look at this. Double Hellfire, double Owl. It's pretty dead. And the
Yeah.
BGH is also dead. He's going to be tapping
This
for
was
a while
a
here.
this was a really nice board clear. This worked out
That
really
Armor
well.
Smith would have been awesome to play
Yeah.
for the Whirlwind effect, but still a lot of value out of the Control Warrior. Um, this Hellfire is going to clear some of the stuff. Mortal Coil is going to clear some more stuff. And then I guess a
Okay.
Belcher is going to come down on the field. Or a Twilight Drake.
Oh, Twilight Drake could be good. Yeah,
Yeah,
there we go.
off the top, not a bad one. And since the execute was just used, this is actually very awkward for the warriors to deal with. So all of a
Mhm.
sudden, the handlock found things to do. I imagine this Ysera, if it's played, is going to get instantly silenced.
Yep. It's gonna be. And we're gonna get Nightmare.
Okay. A potentially 5-mana nightmare. Maybe still
Right.
worth. Maybe not worth.
Hmm. Did he just put Loth up there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, might as well just load up. Um, so we're looking at a pretty stacked board from the handlock, and you kind of want to brawl it, right? But since he did Lotheb, the brawl is 10 mana. So do you still spend your whole turn brawling and get rid of your own 410? You know, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what else you would do. And the 4/7. It's
Yeah.
rough.
So it's like an awkward turn. You spend your whole turn getting rid of some stuff and your big minion. And then this just allows the Draxus to pretty much seal the deal after this. He's not going to have a way to deal with all those 6/6s without the Brawl in hand. You might be a list that runs double Brawl, but besides that, the 6/6s are going to easily overwhelm him.
Yeah.
Decides to actually not Jiraxis and Mountain Giant. I guess he wants more value out of his giants and stuff. He's not afraid of any lethal. Which he probably should be, because if that was Ysera's Awakens out, this would be lethal right now. So that's a very interesting play.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Yeah, the synergy with Sarah Awakens and Gromash is kind of gross.
Yeah. Best card in the game.
The whole game?
The whole game, even better than Boom. Even better than Boom bots.
Well, I don't know about that.
So I would have really liked to see a Draxus last turn, and this turn it's a little bit more awkward to do. But I guess it's still probably the best play.
Yeah.
So you can officially clear board 8/8 into the 3/5, then weapon down the 1/2, and then clear the Armor Smith with the Twilight Drake.
Sure. It was good. Start making some 6/6s. And
That's lethal.
that was well played, yes.
Yeah,
Quickest
so-
concede ever.
Right. So I guess that's what he was kind of scared of, anyways. That's rough. That's rough for Salisandro. That's the game, right?
That's the game. That's the match. That's King takes it
It's a series.
3-2. Yeah.
3-2, very close one. A little bit unfortunate misclick earlier on, and but still very, very close, and a very impressive round of matches. We actually didn't see a brawl in 10 minutes, so. Oh no, we did see a brawl.
Oh,
We
yeah.
did see a brawl. We did see a brawl.
It was
10
in
minutes
like 8 minutes though.
I said within 10 minutes, so technically, always
Oh
right.
yeah.
Always right, boys.
Backpedal. Yep. Whatever you need to think, Jay. We
Always
know
right.
what the truth was. We have the VODs. We can check the evidence.
Always right, boys. And we're about to get into the final. We have Kingdom, and his opponent will be the winner of Neves and Humans.
So we're gonna jump into their game.
Let's see. Not sure. Looks like they're not playing a game right now.
Okay. They're probably waiting on us.
Yeah, they
Slowing
might just
everything.
be waiting for us, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So humans again. Let's see. I think humans already unfriended me. He doesn't want to be
Oh,
bros. Yeah.
Alright.
Or yeah, he did. Okay. Well, I will hunt you down.
I gotta hunt him down too. This is ridiculous.
I thought it was really interesting that Kingdom is at rank 20 right now. He's just
Wow.
like not laddering, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna be like a
Because
really
I
good
don't
player,
want.
not bother with ladder right now. I dig
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
I
he's
like
got
that a lot.
Golden Warrior, right? He's got like a bunch of golden decks, so he could just very well have been like, "Hey man, I got Legend like 400 times. I'm chilling. I don't even have to
Yeah.
do ladder no more. I'm just gonna do tournaments."
Yeah,
just gonna-
exactly.
So that's
Or this could be his second account.
yeah.
And
This
it could
could
be his
be.
second account.
He could have been like maybe focusing on EU. There's a lot
Mm.
super high ranked right now.
Just let that be a lesson that when you go into a tournament and you queue up against an opponent and then you check what their rank is, it doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
No indication of how well you will do. I mean, I guess if they're number one legend, that means something. Maybe be intimidated by that, but it doesn't work in the reverse.
Alright, let me just add humans here. Oh, he's already my friend. Oh, maybe he's not online.
He's like not even on my online people.
Oh, he's like in BattleNet. Okay.
He's not. Unless I. Oh.
Yeah. He didn't
Okay.
delete us.
So
We're
I have
cool.
this weird. It's like people in Hearthstone, right? And then
Yeah, and then
people
there's
in
people in
BattleNet.
BattleNet. Yeah.
But then, and then there's people offline. But underneath the people on BattleNet, there's people that have like
Weird white
nothing.
stuff next
Yeah, the
to
white. What's that? What's up with that?
They're just ghosts, I guess. Rip cheese.
All right. Rip humans.
Yeah.
Sorry, humans.
Oh well. Let's see.
I see humans in chat too. So.
Yeah, they should be getting into their game shortly. So then after this, then they haven't done any of their matches, right? So they have to do their best of 5, and then there's the finals best of 5,
Right.
and then
Yep, yep, yep.
freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah.
So humans versus who?
Humans is gonna be versing against Neves, who I believe is also another Latin American player that typically does very, very well. He's a legend already right now. He's 141. Pretty good.
Cool. All right, let's see what we got going here. Yes, he's from Brazil and a frequent player. Cool, awesome.
Yeah, we have a large amount of these Latin American players really proving their card slinging abilities and using their hypes pretty often. I love it.
I love the term card slinging.
Yeah, I'm in love with
Just
it too.
like
Just legendary
what?
card sling. Like, I
Like
just picture Gambit, except he's just doing it with like Blue Eyes White Dragons and Fire Charizards and all types of epic cards. Of course, Dr.
Sure.
Booms, Golden Dr. Booms.
Yeah, Golden Doctor Rooms. I like it.
Or Hearthstone. Yeah. Play Hearthstone. Twisted Fate from League of Legos.
League of Legos.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys play League of Legos, but it's pretty fun. Pretty fun game.
I don't know. I hate MOBAs.
Yeah, I'm not crazy into MOBAs either. I used to actually be pretty against like even playing them, and then I started playing League not too long ago. It's pretty cool. Kind of got into it by playing with friends, but then I started playing Smite, which is like kind of like WoW MOBA. So that was more my style because I used to play WoW a lot. But at the end of the day, all MOBAs sort of have this like lingering toxicity in their community. That's like, what are you gonna like? I don't know. You can't really fix it. Like, it's just people that are angry at everybody else that is playing the game. It's like, sometimes you get lucky and don't have to worry about it. But
that sounds like all online games ever.
yeah,
right?
But you have like
like
games like Hearthstone that like everybody is super friendly and doesn't BM after matches. So we're good to go. Kappa.
What world do you live in? What Hearthstone are you playing?
Kappa, Kappa, Kappa. Just kidding. I have a whole folder of people adding me to BM me after I
Do you
BM
really?
the game.
Do you really? Because I really want to start a Twitter
Yeah.
where people send in their screenshots of people being salty.
Yeah, I think we should work together and collaborate on that and just make like a whole like assault Twitter or something like that and just have
Yes,
it would be
there's
awesome.
one for Magic. It's called Salty Losers. So I want to make Salty Hearthstone Losers.
I mean, the problem is that a lot of it is going to have to be censored, right? Or do you just YOLO?
I think one of the problems is that it might be against the Blizzard like terms of service to like publicly shame.
Yeah.
So you might have to edit out the names, which
Mm.
is fine. It's fine.
All right. Well, it looks like we're getting into this humans versus Neves game, and we're going to see humans as the rogue versus Neves as hunter. So if this is a face hunter, it's pretty hard for the rogue to deal with it. They could just get rushed down, but a turn one pass is pretty mid rangey, I'd say. Not that you can tell right away, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
So yeah, humans is he's got a pretty good hand. He's got coin SI agent in hand. He's got a blood mage eviscerate in hand, and an earthen ring, which is and a deadly poison. So he's pretty much good to go. And he just drew a backstab, so he's got most of all the tools that he'd need. A save of maybe a fan of knives
Mm.
to sort of deal with and keep up with the aggression of Neves. The coin SI is just the perfect way to deal with the juggler.
So perfect. It's beautiful.
So perfect, Craigasm. And then the eagle horn bow comes down to deal with the SI, but that still gives the momentum back to the rogue. Not that the rogue really needs it as a reactive class, but
Yeah, that's fair.
chooses to cycle the blood mage here, not a bad idea.
All right, so this is a little bit of an awkward hand. I guess we just web spinner hero power. Yep. And dagger.
Okay.
All right, just sort of biding time.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
chooses to not swing at the Thalanos. He wants to deny the draw, and is not
Yeah.
really scared of any immediate spell damage threats. Throws on a freezing trap just to get another charge on the bow, pretty much, at some point.
Right. So we can see Azure Drake come down. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll
as
see
a
a
Drake's.
backstab.
Yeah, as a Drake is a pretty good top deck there, but he's thinking about maybe he wants to freeze the anti-heal bot, or
Mm.
maybe even the Earthen Ring, since he can actually use his freezing trap too as advantage. But he's gonna just choose to proc it with the Blood Mage, and maybe follow it up with the Azure Drake backstab, like you said.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Maybe even save backstab. No, go for it. Yeah, and then so one thing that differentiates a really good rogue player from a average rogue player is knowing when to attack with the weapon. Um, right then, he didn't attack with the weapon.
Mm.
I'm not sure why, because he has the deadly poison. He knows that he's eventually going to want to use that. He's eventually going to want to dagger up. So he might want to do that at some point soon. Maybe he doesn't see it in the near future, but we'll see. So the Savannah Highmane is a lot of pressure that can easily be dealt with a sap in hand. Pretty much the best way to deal with the Savannah Highway.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a huge tempo swing. Like that's basically you take an extra turn. Like your player skipped a turn. Mm. So looks like that's what we're gonna see here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have sap in hand, you kind of just have to do it. So it wastes like basically 2 whole turns of Neves if he's even able to replay it. Super surprised to see Blood Mage be played over the Earthen Ring.
Yeah.
So he's just desperate for the card draw. He's really trying to cycle into his deck for some Tinkers, some Blade Flurries, some type of way to just close out this game. And I guess he just isn't scared of dying?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Earthen Ring just dies to the bow, I guess, is what he's thinking, and he just wants to draw something instead. Um, this Unleash the Hounds does clear.
Yeah, but using Unleash to clear is not really optimal, right? You want to use that to like pressure
Right.
face. And
Yeah.
Hunter's just actually behind in health and in card draw, and only has a measly Haunted Creeper on the field, so it's really not putting on as much pressure as it wants to, mostly because of that huge tempo swing provided by the sap.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, oh, your whole last turn where you spent 6 mana, it didn't happen.
Yeah,
Take it
JK.
back. Yep.
Take it back, spend another 6 mana on it, and by the way, here's like a whole another turn that I can fit because
Yep.
sap is 2 mana.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up 4 mana on you. You spent 6 mana. I spent 2 mana, and now your 6 mana is gone.
Yeah, sometimes tempo is just more value than. Um, Hopefully, I'm not just talking nonsense. So he's using his dagger to clear out these 1/1s. Pretty good.
Hmm.
And he has double deadly poison of this in hand. Quick shot is used to clear a guy.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
No preps.
Well, 18.
Yeah, not
No
quite.
preps. No oils.
Can he try to set up a lethal, assuming there's no Houndmaster, which we see there is. If he uses dagger and double deadly, he's going to put, is that a 5 damage dagger?
Yep.
So
5 damage dagger. 5, 8,
he won't really have
12 with
lethal even if he
eviscerate.
does it. He might as well just do that to, I guess, clear and then maybe heal after that. Um, Ideally he'd love to prep sprint at some point,
Hmm.
but leaving that high main on the field is pretty threatening. Uh, He's considering whether or not he's going to use his deadly poisons here or just sort of go for the aggression.
Hmm.
So he chooses to clear out a token instead, heal up to full with the heal bot, and push face. Not bad.
I like that. I think that's fine.
Huge draw.
Loatheb.
Lotheb is the bane to rogue, right?
Holy cow. And this
So
Houndmaster is killer. What a combo.
that is a huge tempo swing from
Wow.
the hunter. You can't really ask for a better turn 9 versus a
Nope.
rogue, honestly. No sap in hand.
No blade flurries either.
Let's see.
Not
He
that you
just
could
well
this
played.
turn, but
Does that mean he well played out of loss, or is he just salty?
I don't know.
So using well played as a salty emote is misplay. You never emote to show weakness. Never, ever, ever. For real. Because you tilt yourself by doing that. You don't even notice that. You're like, oh, well played. This guy's such a looker. How could he possibly top deck a Lothar? Blah, 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 blah. And then, like, you set yourself down that downward cycle. So, only
Okay.
BM emote. Do not BM yourself. Pro tip.
Pro tip here from J
Mm-hmm.
Tonic.
J-Tonic, the lord of all things BM. Teach you how
This
to BM and how to not
is
BM.
this is lethal. Yeah, yeah. This is super lethal.
Okay. So we saw that even though the rogue was pretty much ahead the whole turn, the whole game, that the Lotheb Houndmaster was easily the deciding factor of the match.
Mm-hmm.
Double sprint in hand with 0 preps. Humans got to be feeling some type of way about that. 0 tinkers, 0 blade flurries. Um, there's all types of tools that he could have drawn to have played that differently. He did have a lot of heals though. He had was that 2 earthen rings and an
Yep.
anti-heal bot,
Yeah.
and that goes to show you that maybe those heals are not they're good against face hunter, but you need the tempos, the tempo swings more than you need the 3 HP or whatever. So
Exactly. The tempo
you
never really worked out for him there.
You gotta. I mean, it did for the sap, but after he wasn't able
Right.
to deal with this, um, the replayed high main, or to apply enough pressure, he didn't have any oils to apply enough pressure to close the game out.
Mm.
By the time turn 9 Lotheb into Houndmaster came down, there was no answer, and you know,
Yeah,
that's
that was
how it
big.
goes.
That was big.
Huge.
Huge. Okay, so it looks like Neves has Warrior and Warlock left on his lineup, whereas Humans, in addition to the Oil Rogue, has Warlock and Druid. So again, pretty standard. The only thing we're seeing switched up here is Rogue, from the other things that we've seen pretty consistently tonight.
hmm Yeah, a lot of hunters, a lot of warriors. I thought there would be a little bit more hand locks, but there are a decent amount as well. So,
Mm.
one mech shaman, zero priests, uh, like one or two rogues. I think we saw one or two druids, zero paladins, right? Or
No paladins.
yeah, rip
Yep.
paladins.
Yeah, we saw that one shaman
Oh,
and
so
okay, druid.
mid-range zoo. There's mixed opinions about this matchup.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about that because I'm not sure.
I've played a lot of both classes, and I just don't know how to feel, right? Obviously, the wild growth is a big factor, but when you do flame imp into, coin flame imp, can you really, you gotta hope for like a innervate keeper to shut that down. And if not,
Right.
I mean, wild growth, you can do it. You can eventually come back, but you're gonna be eating a lot of damage from those imps. Um,
Yes, you are. And I mean, he does have the keeper and he does have the sludge belcher.
right.
So, I mean, if anything's gonna be good enough, it's gonna be this.
hmm So this matchup has kind of evolved a little bit throughout the deck archetypes.
Mm.
Since Tharasan came out, Druid's been OP. Implosion made Zoo OP. They've both kind of gotten a little bit stronger since their set origins, but it basically boils down to who can establish and maintain board control throughout the mid and end of the game.
Mm.
And or can the druid just choose a victory with the combo? So at this point, we see the aggression going heavily in the favor of the zoo, even with the keeper going down. But let's see if the Belcher into, maybe Force into Ancient can help the Druid regain the board and his presence in the game.
Yeah, I mean, his curve, the druid's curve is actually pretty nice. It's been working out pretty well for him. Let's see, so we do have a void collar, but we don't have a demon to get from it. So it's a little bit of an awkward turn 4 play. We also see Defender of Argus.
Yeah, Defender of Argus is a key card. Um, Especially since like you said, there's no Mal'Ganis in hand, there's no Doom Guards to want to
Mm.
try to pull off a Tempo Swing. So, yep,
Roll to
and 4
4.
Implosion, and no swipe. Can he top deck a swipe to deal with this? If not, it might be a problem. Nope, but a Belcher
Mm,
can potentially do something if it doesn't get silenced. We'll have to see.
which I don't know, that might be a pretty good silence target with that owl in hand for Neves. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. Swipe is just so strong against this, and it's just so conditional on if you draw it or not. Looks like I think he's just thinking about if he wanted to maybe Shredder hero power Yeah, that's interesting. He took out. I thought he was gonna play Sledge Belcher. He took it out, but then he decided on the piloted shredder instead, which I like. I like developing the board a little bit more like that.
Uh, looks like I need to respect people. Druid plus.
Yeah, I'm just dealing with it. I just have cards up on my screen. It's fine.
Big deal. I was kind of ignoring the cards on the screen until I didn't see any plays being made, and then I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that happens.
So let me just try to refollow these people. Get over here, humans.
So now we have Void Caller. Now that we have Void Terror in hand, it's a little bit less awkward. I always think that's a little awkward, the Void Terror without the Battle Cry, but it's still pretty useful.
Yeah, I mean, there's a value game and then there's a tempo game, and sometimes you just need to get the guys out there, and may not be able to squeeze as much value as you can from them, but the board presence will pay off in the long run.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna cycle Wrath here. DRB like a boss. And another DRB.
And then yeah, the owl down on the
And
Sludge
owl.
Belcher,
Yeah, I like it.
pushing that face damage. Do see a swipe and some heals, but will he have the time to play both of them? And a
Mm.
Black Knight. Oh my gosh,
Whoa!
he's so excited about it. He has to play it right away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Black Knight back in meta?
Question
Probably
mark.
not.
So this is a tournament meta call that Humans is making. I guess he's expecting to go against a lot of maybe Handlock, Druid, and question mark that has taunt. I mean, there's not that much in the meta right now that has taunt, right?
Just a bunch of Belchers.
Yeah, there's Belchers.
So I mean, really, it's a tempo swing.
Yeah.
It's not like when everyone was playing 5/10s and Ramp Druid, Ancient of War,
Right.
and Ramp Druid, and everyone was playing Black Knights then. I mean, it's nice to be able to kill the Sludge Belcher with the 4/5. It's not like a huge
Hmm.
turnaround, but I mean it's a tempo swing.
Yeah, it's good. But against like Tempo Mage, against Patron Warrior, against most hunters, um, you don't get too much value out of this card. And Druid, you really need to get value out of all of your cards.
Hmm.
There are times where you just have a fat hand full of choices, and you just pick whichever one you chooses. You choose to be the best in that situation, but they need to be relative to the meta. Um, that's why a lot of druids are running Harrison now. They sometimes run Lotheb is pretty stable in druid, but sometimes it's taken out of for a tech choice. But I just wonder what he cut for it. Did he cut Sylvanas for this Black Knight?
Yeah, because that doesn't seem worth it, does it? So we're gonna see double swipe. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Boombots were slightly merciful there. Wow.
Wait.
Okay, can't play it yet. He's gonna tap. Gang boss is nice up the top.
There's a bug on my screen that has Morganis as a 0 mana card. That would be OP.
Yep. Yeah, I get that sometimes. Just like I got Dr. Boom as a 0 mana card one time. I was like, oh my god, Blizzard, this is the opposite of what we wanted.
Gersh. Please nerf Dr. Boom to 6/7 and make 0 mana.
It's too bad we're not seeing Force of Nature here or uh Savage
Oh
Roar.
my gosh. And we're seeing another another rat, which is exactly what casters love to see. Alright. Ooh, actually,
Okay.
this. So apparently, the Ancient of Lore choice cancels out the Wrath choice. which removes the bug from spectator issue, just in case anybody was wondering.
Yeah, I
Cool.
don't get it. I've stopped trying to understand
It's
spectator
like
issues
if
on
yeah, the
Hearthstone.
two lefts make a right or whatever. Okay.
All right, so I guess you just slam Uranus,
YOLO.
deal with it, I
Yeah,
guess.
you got the BGH, bro. Yes or no?
Well, Cenarius will help keep him alive. I think you just play that and make some taunters and try to kill Mal'Ganis next turn. It's kind of unfortunate because they're going to get the free tap, but you don't really have a whole lot more you can do here.
Hmm. Well,
Let's see. So we've got, oh man, that is so scary. We've got this huge Doom Guard, Druid of the Claw. So I guess he's got a Force of Nature. This is just so annoying with the Voidwalker out here. This is like really messing everything up. It's awkward because you can't do anything else if you Force of Nature.
right.
Um,
I mean, the warlock is just looking out for ways to close the game right now. So if
mm,
the druid can't um, stop that aggression, it's not much to say. The force of nature being one of the sort of finishers, you don't really want to use it too clear, but versus an aggressive zoo style deck, you kind of have to bite the pillow, just use it. Sucks, but if you have to do it, you have to do it, right?
yeah, it's not great. Not great. Alright, so we've got a couple 5/5s on the board. He probably feels pretty okay now that he's seen the Force of Nature come down. Mm, yeah, I probably would. I would make this trade as the Warlock. I would have killed off the 5/5 before playing the Void Collar just to make sure the Juggle goes face. Because I mean, realistically, you're too afraid of some other things. So let's see. That's 6 damage on the board for Warlock. I think Lotheb, Druid of the Claw, taunted up is gotta be the play. Unless you, I don't think you charge it.
Did he use 2 Doom Guards or
Um,
2 Power Overwhelmings?
I don't remember any power overwhelming.
Yeah, I don't remember any either. So if he
Oh,
has two
innervate.
Power Overwhelmings and the Doom Guard, then
Hmm.
yeah,
Well, he's gonna tap pretty quickly.
yeah. Wow.
Oh
Before the
no! Before
okay,
the battle cry.
that's ridiculous. That's actually very interesting the way that worked out. I didn't even expect that.
Wait. Yeah. What?
Hmm. Yeah.
All right. So
Champ.
the keeper is gonna.
Oh, Summoned by Void. Okay.
Oh, because it's summoned by void. Okay. Right. Right. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell if he had. I thought he had just played it.
Yeah, I didn't see the Void Death Spectator plus.
Gotcha.
Well, looks like
Okay. So it's,
yeah, Druid victory.
humans just won with the druid deck. All right. So we are 1-1
Hmm.
here in semifinals 2. Tuesday Night Hype. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. It's been pretty good. It's getting into like the wee
Pretty
hours
good.
of the night.
Mm-hmm. Been casting for a little while. Had a nice break, but yep. These games are getting pretty long. We're gonna have the finals coming up right after this, so stay tuned, guys. Should
Yep,
be
make
very
sure
interesting.
to check out the information down below. Check out the Twitter
Hmm.
page. Check out all the stuff Vicious
Yep.
Syndicate has to offer.
Follow our
And
Twitters above.
yeah, for sure. And like go play in Tuesday Night Hype next week if you're not
Yeah,
already.
why
Because
not? Look how
it's
much fun it is.
yeah, it's awesome.
You get to be
Jay,
casted.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
totally. Get to get your name out there and then apparently according to Jay, people like yell your name down the street or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that's all about, but
Everyone have been famous. Everyone just walk down the street and have people recognize you as Tuesday Night Hype guy.
yeah, you're that guy from Tuesday Night Hype. Like, yeah. That
Whoa,
happens
man. Yeah, I
that
am.
happens to me all the time since I started casting actually.
Me too. Me too.
I'm always signing autographs, paparazzi's like trailing me all the time. It's rough. It's hard to be
I'll
so
have
famous.
like some time to yourself sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some me time would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just definitely next week go just go do it. Just go sign up on Strivewire right now because you can do it ahead of time. That way Strivewire will remind you to check in. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So now it looks like Humans is playing the same. No, this is Humans playing Warlock now.
Yeah.
And Nevis playing Warrior. Okay. So Nevis was decided not to stick with the Warlock deck he was playing before. Decided to switch over to Warrior to control Warrior.
Okay.
And we do see the Fiery War Axe. After that, it's a little bit of a slow hand, but it's fine because Fiery War Axe.
Yeah. Fiery War Axe wins games, especially against Zoo.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Let's see if you can try the Death Bite. Fiery War Axe into Death Bite is like how you like super win against Zoo.
Super win.
Yeah, in case you
Not
wanted to
just win.
super win.
Super win.
Yeah.
All right, this is pretty aggressive here. Gonna be left with a 7-9 and a 4-4. Holy cow! All right. I mean, we see an execute, but not really a great way of using it except for just smashing your face in.
Yeah, so a BGH there would have been awesome, right?
Yeah, huge
But
tempo swing.
he took a lot of damage
Mm.
and didn't even clear the board.
Yeah, it's rough.
Hmm.
Here comes a Flame Imp.
If the Zoo has time on the top, it's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't know if you really like intend on rushing down a warrior as mid-range Zoo. It's not very likely,
Mm.
even with the weapons, because realistically the weapons they're removal, but they're also like they're damaging you. Let's be real. Like you can't forget that. Every time
Oh
you're
yeah,
attacking into a 7 attack void terror, you're taking that damage, and there's only so much damage you can take. But
exactly.
you know we've got the shield maidens in hand that should be able to alleviate some of that face damage.
Yeah, he's just like desperate for me to slow down this game. Like, hey, 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 hang on a minute. Like, gain some armor back up. It might not be enough. It might be too little too late. I'm not sure yet. Tap. And we'll see. Direwolf come down.
Mm-hmm. Direwolf Kappa, favorable trades, and just wreck with owning the board. Um,
There's
would
BGH.
Yeah, a little late to the party. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a Brawl this turn, but Brawl is a little bit slow as well, right? So you cannot develop any minion while playing Brawl, so probably Shield Maiden is the best play here.
Plus, it's like If egg loses, then you get the 4/4 from the
Right.
egg, which is annoying.
And the only thing you can lose to now would be like abusive, power overwhelming Doomguard,
Mm.
which is like very unlikely. So it looks like he's gonna go with the. He's just gonna tap first, pick up his own BGH, which is kind of a weird uh, pick in Demon Zoo. But you know, bringing it into a tournament setting, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's interesting how much you have to sort of try to tailor these decks, especially once you get into the semifinals and the finals. Try to tailor these decks to, make these little tech changes instead of just queuing up whatever you were using on ladder earlier. Kind of want to change for the meta a little bit. The shield block is going to be clutch into another shield block. Be interesting to see if you can stabilize here. Oh man.
6
So I think
HPs. Man.
probably would have, I don't know. I probably would have creeper and then taunted it up.
Hmm.
But I guess it doesn't actually matter.
Right.
Well, you can get rid of the 6/6. Not a great way to use this execute. This is kind of a naked BGH, which is annoying. And that's a Doom Guard.
Oof.
4, 5, 6, 11, which is exact lethal.
Nice. Let's see if he sees it.
It's just it's a little bit of a well-placed BM there.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Just
Yeah.
sweep up the board before I kill you. Like, let me just take care of these silly
Take care of
minions here.
business.
Yep. Okay, so that was
Nice.
humans winning that with the warlock deck. So humans is up 2-1 against Nevis. Humans has his oil rogue deck left to play.
Hmm.
So I'll be interested to see that for sure.
Yeah, I love seeing Oil Rogue. I mean, you once you do your prep sprint combo, it seals the deal in so many matchups, and just being able to piece together lethal, it's sort of like a puzzle piece or some type of I don't know, like a little puzzle. It's like, okay, so I gotta use this oil here, trade into
Hmm.
that, then do eviscerate on this, and then whatever. So pretty fun stuff that you can do with Rogue, and with Saucy Deckhand being a charger for 1 mana, it provides Tinker's Oil to have a lot more value, um, and just it gives you so much burst from hand. It's awesome.
Sounded like you were saying saucy deckhand, like a
Oh,
saucy wench. I was like, oh, scandalous. I
yeah.
didn't. That's
Scandalous
saucy,
Deckhand.
saucy deckhand. I don't
That's what
even
we need.
know. Just in general in life, we just need saucy deckhands.
Well,
Yeah.
specifically right now in the stream, we need some saucy deckhands to just, you know, keep us on
Are
our
you
toes.
implying I'm not a saucy deckhand then? I'm offended. How
A
dare
very
you?
saucy deckhand. I'm sorry if I offended you.
Thank
It's
you.
just
Thank
these
you.
resident sleeper warriors. That's all. That's all.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh man, these cycle blood mages. They've been going on all game. Maybe I'm just not using my blood mages right. Maybe the blood mage is a turn 3 thing.
I guess. I mean, do you just earthen ring and just actually play a 3/3?
I'm the kind of guy that just earthen rings on turn 3 with full health.
Yeah, I
I'm a turn
guess.
dude. Because I'd rather use the 2 damage from the SI agent, but in this matchup, we saw it earlier, and the rogue was able to pull a win pretty early on by forcing the warrior to constantly play on the defensive, use his
Mm.
weapons to do a lot of damage to himself, and with a couple of tinkers, was able to seal the deal. But I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do that again. Let's see.
Salesandro is in chat talking about how salty he is. Okay, Salesandro.
Can we screenshot him and then put him on the Salt Stone Twitter?
No, he's not. He's not being like actually salty. He's being
You
like
just
good mannered salty.
you just typed in PJ Salt one time in Twitch. That doesn't count.
That's fair.
We'll never get the amount of salt Reynard has with just one PJ Salt. Come on. Salsandra, you're gonna have to try harder than that if you want to be on Saltstone. Come on.
I'm really excited about this being called Saltstone. Like
It's a
I
thing.
don't know why I didn't think of that.
It is
Like
now a thing.
thanks for thinking of that, Beast, because
Yep. You're the guy.
apparently I'm not clever enough. I was just like, I don't know what to call this.
Well,
Yeah, Saltstone, idiot, obviously.
you also said that a match yesterday was imptastic. So.
Yeah, that wasn't my best moment.
All
I'll be honest.
right.
I'll get better. It's okay. I'm working on the puns. I
Yes,
stay up late at night just writing puns for Hearthstone.
it's a growing process, growing pain. So what's going on in this Hearthstone game? We got some controller stuff. Shield block, shield slam on a 4/4, not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
If he had a Death Bite, obviously he would probably have used that. Obviously, probably. And if not, then well, I guess he could use it now to deal with the Shredder in this board.
So, like with Oil Rogue like this, is there just a limited amount of damage that they can do? And is Warrior just gonna run away with just playing the slow game, gaining a lot of armor, biding their time? Alex Straza, like, can they not deal with that? I don't think they like even have the amount of damage in the deck
So
to
the win
deal like
conditions,
50.
the win conditions for the Rogue is, like I said earlier, to get an easy win early on with the Tinkers before the work and stabilize, or it's to draw the double prep sprint. If you double prep sprint against the Warrior, you'll be able to just use combos to outvalue his and out tempo him at the same time and get a win that way. You're not going to be able to fatigue this warrior. You're not going to be able to deal with all of his armor up abilities. So you need to either draw well late game or draw well early game. So right now we see the mid game, which the rogue is not really doing anything, and that's not really what we want to see. We don't see any sprints or any preps. So it's going to be very hard to be able to do much to the warrior after he stabilizes from this board. I wouldn't be surprised to see Harrison here just to alleviate that tempo, but he probably doesn't want to clear first. You basically at all times need to keep the rogues board clear to prevent that Tinkers of getting a lot of value.
That Harrison just seems a little weak to me.
So a lot of people, you wait for them to use like a Tinkers or a Deadly Poison on the weapon and then Harrison that. But realistically, if they do invest that much in the weapon, they might also Blade Flurry the weapon before you get a chance to do anything to it. So by using the Harrison, you're more so using it as a 2-mana cycle and as a 5-mana cycle and as a 2-mana sap for a weapon almost,
Right.
But unfortunately, it didn't pay off for him. The mana was not an issue for humans, and he was able to top deck lethal or piece together lethal. He top decked the sprint, right?
Yeah, he top decked the sprint. He just had it there.
All
right, so that's humans taking it 3-1.
Yes.
Congrats to humans, and nicely played to Neves. Awesome. Okay, so we are gonna have humans versus Kingdom in the finals. It's only 12:30. This is great. We're all gonna get to bed early. Everything's wonderful. But okay, so assuming that they both bring the same decks, right? Kingdom has Warrior, Druid, and Hunter.
Yep.
Humans has Warlock, Druid, and Rogue. So these could be some very interesting matchups. Let's see. Kingdom has Control Warrior, not Patron Warrior. So hey, we haven't even seen that much Patron Warrior tonight, which is pretty great.
Yeah,
Um, Hunter, what was Kingdom's Hunter was just a mid-range something other. I don't think it was the one with was it the one with the snake traps? Might have been the one with the snake traps.
I think we've only seen Snake Trap mid-range hunter, or
That might
every no.
that might
Did
be
you say
true.
explosive trap? I'm not sure. You're actually way ahead of me in note taking for tonight, so I'm very proud of you. I'm gonna actually have to go and get a little notebook for next time we cast.
Yeah,
Doing doing good.
I'm pretty pro now, actually. I
Yes.
like 3 minutes before we started casting, I remembered to get a notebook, so
Very
pretty
impressive.
OP.
You
Yep.
remembered your notebook. I forgot my WD-40. We can see who's
Yeah. Pro
production quality
status.
kappa.
Production quality kappa. That's okay. So I'm just gonna bother you every day until you tell
Might
me
as
that
well.
you got the WD-40.
Might as well. I imagine it could be very frustrating. I actually don't hear it very much, so personally, it's not like an issue, but for
Oh, I
everybody
thought
else in the world, it's kind of a problem.
I thought you were saying I can imagine that you bothering me every day is going to be an issue, and I'm like, yeah, it is going to be an issue.
Oh,
Like, it will be
nah.
very frustrating.
I have thick skin. Good luck with that one.
Okay, so like 4 in the morning. That's a lie. I'm gonna be sleeping all the time 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't remember the last time I was up in 4 in the morning. Stuff old people say.
Mm, years ago, I guess. Whenever the last time I pulled an all-nighter because I was writing a paper.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I stopped doing that. It's not good for you.
No, no.
It's
Very
like,
bad.
yep, we're old people now. We can't do this stuff anymore.
Oh man. Back in the day when you could just stay up all night long and then like study for an exam at like 5 in the morning and still pull an A.
That was never really a thing I could do. That was
Right.
like
Maybe not A, maybe B. Let's be
well,
honest.
no, I can get A's. That's not the part I can't do. I couldn't stay up like till 4 in the morning easily. That was like never
Uh,
a thing I was good at doing.
well, thanks to Blizzard, I've always had a problem falling asleep on time. Thanks, Blizzard.
Thanks,
Um,
Blitz.
but besides that, studying is always something that I like to procrastinate. So I would like to recommend to everybody who's listening, please don't be like me. Stay in school, study, or else you'll just be a children's card game caster. Rip.
I
Oh,
mean,
Yo, Beast Mode's gonna be mad at me. Oops. I mean, a professional card game caster.
professional adult card game
Yeah,
caster. I
seriously.
mean, listen, I did stay in school. I'm getting my master's and I can be a professional adult. See, if you say adult card game, that just sounds like something
Adult
completely
card game.
different.
It's like, oh, you mean
So,
like poker? Well, but it's got
well,
like monsters and magic and stuff. So like these cute little dwarfs come out and like save their trouble, and it's awesome. So, anyways, awesome
yeah,
card game. Let's just say awesome card game. You're
awesome card
casting it.
game. Get to cast this awesome card game so you can stay in school and fulfill your dreams of casting things on Twitch at midnight. It's great. It's best. But actually it is the best. So pretty happy with my life right now. Yeah. Um
Looks these guys are getting ready to battle each other. Probably going
preparing
through the
to battle.
process, the mind game, the stare down. Um, there's a lot that goes into this first. Right before this first match starts, you're sitting there and you're staring down humans and you're staring down Kingdom and you're saying, "Listen, man, what are you gonna do? Because I'm gonna outwit you."
How badly do you want these BlizzCon
Yeah,
points?
yeah.
'Cause I think you
It's
want
me and
them
you.
less than
Right. So they gotta basically just, it's not really a rock paper scissors game. It's more like I don't know, a strategic battle of wits, right? So you gotta outpick your opponent, get your 3 wins before they get their 3 wins, and there's a lot that goes into thinking about how you're gonna like strategically place your deck choices in which order to establish the highest chance of getting this. So we got to bear with these guys until they figure everything out and you know get their choices lined up.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
All
sorry, I
right,
lost my train of thought there.
no problem. Just let you guys know we do a lot of stuff in V8 VS. So we do
Could have
coaching.
had a V8.
We do coaching. We do we post a lot of content for you. But if you can't see Nightbot spamming like hell in Twitch is running a special and coaching services, you can actually sign up to get coaching from one of our pro players. And we offer a free 30-minute session. It's only $20 an hour thereafter. So you can check out our website and get that. We also have all of our socials basically spammed all over our Twitch chat. Please follow us on everything. And honestly, like a baby kitten is born somewhere and everybody loves kittens. So just follow us on everything. The world will be a better place.
That's beautiful, man.
Can you confirm kittens per follow?
Kittens confirmed. Yeah.
Kittens
Um.
confirmed. You heard it here, boys.
Yep, we got this. Yeah, and I actually did coaching with CG Songbird, aka Cora, and that was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience.
Ooh,
Cora's a wonderful human being. So like,
Cora's awesome.
I mean,
She's so pleasant.
she is pleasant, but I mean, everyone here is pleasant. I'm
Of
sure
course,
all of our rostered players are pleasant people, and
pleasant.
they all have different strengths that if you're looking for, trying to get to legend with Hunter, you can try to get coached by LBYS, who's got
Yep.
some real skill in playing Hunter, or you
Hmm.
could, we have experts in all sorts of different kinds of decks.
Hmm.
So there's something here for everyone, and I mean it's $20 for an hour and a half essentially, and that's a lot of time. Like that's a lot of time
Good
to
deal.
to spend on ladder with someone or whatever you want to do, whatever you want to work on, tournament lineup, whatever you want to do.
Of
Yeah,
course.
I found it very useful personally. I thought it was great.
Right. Getting in the mind of a pro
Yeah.
on a personal level can make a big difference. Um, and since we have a very diverse lineup in our pool of players that we offer coaching with, you, like Shelby said, can very easily find somebody that fits your niche. We have Double Os that is primarily a deck builder, also a very awesome player. He's got awesome mechanics, and he'll be able to maybe help you tweak your off-meta deck to still be decent in ladder and have pretty good chances. We have Demigods and Kefi Cookies that have shaman experience. Kevin Cookies being one of the only players I know that can proudly say he plays priest class. So keep that in mind, guys. If you want to be priest pro, hit up Kevin. He'll help you out. Um, and across the board, we got good guys here. So don't be ashamed to hit us up. We don't bite.
Plus Nat Pagle. I mean, you got like what, number two legend with Nat Pagle? So that's ridiculous.
Mhm. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's all right. I'm still just so proud of my golden Nat Pagle. I can't even. So happy. He's just like, I'm gonna fish all day. I could fish all day, but golden. I could goldfish all day.
It would be
Yes.
awesome if every card that he drew was also golden,
Ah,
right?
I like it.
I mean, it only makes
Blizzard, please.
sense. If you
It does.
use Thought Steal, you get golden cards, or golden Thought Steal. If you use golden Nefarian, you get golden Nefarian spells.
Yeah. It's like he's King Midas. Like whatever he touches, it just becomes golden in your hand.
It becomes swag. It becomes swag.
Tainted with swag.
Awesome. I still feel like a human being. It's cool. It looks like we're actually gonna have humans. Speaking of humans, coming into a battle soon.
Oh,
So cool.
that's nice of him. Let's
Yeah.
see. Humans and Kingdom. I don't know what that was. I don't know why I thought this was like a wrestling match. I had to announce it like that. But yeah, it was pretty good.
In this corner, humans carrying a Patron warrior. Malagos.
You keep saying Patron.
I'm never
It's
gonna
like
stop. I'm never gonna stop. And no
like are
matter.
they drinking Patron? Are they like
I
crunk
mean,
on
they got
Patron?
they got Patron in their cup, and
Okay.
that's what they're doing. So
Okay. So let's just confirm. We've got Kingdom,
confirmed.
Warrior, Kingdom confirmed. Warrior, Hunter, and Druid,
Yeah,
which is exactly what he's been bringing the whole night, which makes sense. And
makes
we've got
sense.
humans with Warlock, Druid, and Rogue, which is also what he's been bringing.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so humans with the that rogue man. I want it to be more aggressive with that rogue personally. That's just an issue that I have to deal with, I guess.
Listen, when you win a Tuesday Night Hype,
Yeah, true, true.
I'm just making fun of you.
I'm aware, I'm aware now.
Quickly becoming my favorite thing to do.
It's okay. I'm just a giant punching bag. No
Yeah,
problem.
exactly. I'm
Twitch
glad
chat,
you understand your place.
feel free to have your way with me. Twitch chat, have your way. All right, Doctor Boom, turn one. Pretty cool. Not that cool though. From Hunter, anyways. And let's see if we can get Human's hand.
I accidentally sent a winky face to Kingdom instead of a smiley face.
How easily misconstrued that can be.
I
Oh,
was
the
like,
struggles.
invite again, please.
Please invite, please. So like, invite, please.
Oh,
I
beautiful.
know you want to invite me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess the cams aren't on us right now, but what you can't see is me doing exaggerating winky faces right now. Okay, so we've got humans with Druid, Kingdom with Hunter. This is the mid-range Hunter with snake traps, according to my extensive note taking.
Oh man, Shelby the scribe coming
Yep,
through,
yep.
hooking us all up. And hold on, is that the first time we see Pilot Sky Golem of humans? Did he just take that in? That's awkward.
um, Piloted Skull Golem. Whoa, I that's not. I don't know. That's very strange. Whoa, so we just got
It's
Coin
slow.
Innervate Emperor. So it's not slow anymore.
Yeah, nothing is slow anymore.
Yeah.
But in general, to have it in your deck is sort of slow, right? So we used to have Karen, which was kind of cool in Druid back in the day.
Mm.
It got quickly replaced by Pilot Shredder throughout the board, and then that got basically replaced by like Emperor. So that's like a spot that like the sixth spot is like very tight. It's hard to um, fit a lot of minions in there, so you have to be selective with it. It's
Mm.
very, I mean, it's sticky. It's sticky and it has a lot of strength, and maybe he's just hoping to get good RNG with those four drops. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean he's gonna play Piloted Sky Golem to get Piloted Shredder to get
Millhouse
Hunter
Manistorm.
Creeper.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, our Millhouse Manistorm, that's fine too.
yeah, just fine. Just fine to get a 4/4 out of your 4/3 Death Rattle.
Rip Druid cards. It went away. Oh, because he didn't actually wrath. He's
Hmm.
let's see. It I think
I'm not sure if he's just taking his time or if I'm
Yeah,
having
I'm
spectator
not sure
issue.
either.
It
To
looks
be
like
completely
spectator issue.
honest. Yeah, it's a spectator. Oh, I can't actually tell.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's spectator issue. When nothing happens for like 2 minutes, you're like,
Yeah, like there's cards moving around, but
It's a notorious issue with Druid. We're just gonna power through it, or plow through it too.
power
Maybe
plow.
we're just power. We're gonna power plow through all these bugs, guys. Bear with
Holy cow.
us. We come back and we see a bunch of stuff on the board by the hunter. Holy cow!
Yay, golden boom.
A lot of golden death rattle stuff, and we even have a Maxna in hand just in case. Very cool. I'm gonna go on a whim and say that the hunter has this one.
Yeah.
Please, chat, don't kill me because I can't see human's hand. So if he has like crazy combo,
Uh,
uh, oh, that's lethal. Just do it.
yeah.
Just do it.
Just do
Don't think. Just do it.
it.
There we go.
That's like the third time that has come up today. Okay, well, I just got the invite from humans, so
Yeah.
hopefully that goes over to next game.
Oh, I just spectated him right now. Probably got a bug from it. Okay.
Nice.
I care
Okay,
about
so Kingdom taking a very quick game there with Hunter.
it.
That's the mid-range Hunter down, leaving just Warrior and Druid.
Quick game is awesome game.
Yes, do
Yes.
like quick games. I think this is going to be close though. I mean, we've seen some really, really strong play from both Kingdom and humans. Um,
Yep. Humans pretty notorious for doing very well in tournaments, doing well in ladder.
mm,
Um, Kingdom a little bit of a lesser name. Uh, Personally, I don't know him very well, but he's definitely proved himself throughout this tournament. You know, ranked 20, but with Golden Warrior, so you know, proven himself time and time again.
Okay, so we've got Warrior versus Druid.
And we have a Wild Growth. It's actually a Warlock versus Druid, and we have two Wild Growths. Wow,
Oh,
crazy.
yep, sorry. Two wild growths. Oh my goodness.
Two Wild Growths, but it's against a zoo. So we don't
Okay.
see any Flame Imps or Knife Jugglers to worry about. The Wild Growths might actually get a lot of value here. Um, let's see if he's going to coin one of them out, or if he's just going to take it easy.
Yeah, without. Yeah, I think passing is fine. Let's see, I think we're gonna see Haunted Creeper. Alright, sounds good. There's the Wild Growth. Okay, and probably, I don't know if you. I think you have to develop something on the board here. I don't think you can just Wild Growth.
Yeah, you gotta do the Shredder.
Yeah,
Double Wild Growth, it seems cool, but it's not like you have a stacked full hand of late game cards. You have your mid game cards. So
right.
it's mid game now. You gotta start doing your Shredders and your Druid of Claws. You see kind of like a weird, like sticky hand from the zoo, which is good. You know, you want to have your minions resilient. You want to have those death rattles, those token
Ooh,
drops, stuff like that.
that is the worst.
Literally the worst one.
Oh my god.
It's just basically adds fuel to the fire and spawns a 1/1 for the enemy.
Hmm.
Two Imp Gang bosses, insanely difficult to deal with. So even though we had the Wild Growth start, you know, we see ourselves as the hunter. I mean, as the druid, kind of at a loss for answers for all
Yeah.
this stuff. There's no swipe in the hand. Um, He can arguably go for a Wrath into maybe like a coin swipe, but that's
Mm.
ridiculously desperate. And if it doesn't pay off for him, then it would, he'd be biting himself for it. He's going to choose to go the safe route with the Druid of Claw taunt, which is going to get punished by the power overwhelming.
Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, conceivably, Wrath for 3 with a swipe could have cleared the board. Well, no, it would still leave a 1/1. But yeah, this is just like you said, it's just very sticky. Those Imp Gang bosses are just really, really tough to deal with.
Yeah. All these tokens, it's easy to just power overwhelming one of the little dudes straight up into basically his whole last turn, creating a tempo swing similar to the sap of the rogue we were talking about earlier. And just, throwing more sticky guys on. Like, what are you going to do? You can't deal with those, can't deal with this, can't deal with the next stuff that I throw, get wrecked. So sometimes ramp is just not enough. Innervate, Innervate and coin, and these like
And a wild growth
just
and
janky minions like
yeah.
Keeper of the Grove can do some stuff, but against a full board of you just need your swipes. Like it's as simple as that. Sometimes this game boils down to, does the enemy have the AoE to deal with this pressure? If not, fold. I'm sorry.
Yep, rip.
And this game of Hearthstone, it's not meant for a game of like 1 or 2 matches or whatever. You need variance. You can't, it's hard to just judge a deck. For example, the first 2 times you play it, you might just have gotten unlucky with it.
Sure.
For this matchup, he got unlucky and didn't draw his AoE. He's gonna get punished for it. That's what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Let's just see if he can do the best that he can with what he's dealt with. Maybe he can stay alive long enough to do like an Azure Drake into swipe, but double power overwhelming to get through these taunts. It's just such an effective way to get through these high health minions.
And Loatheb just gonna come down.
Yeah, pretty
Very
much
annoying.
deny any AoE clear. Even if you did top deck swipe, it's not even an
Yep.
outcome. So Human's gonna quickly take a win here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean with that Doomguard in hand, it's
Right.
it's not great.
Nope. Actually increases DPS right there.
Yep.
So, yep. Human's gonna take this one. That's gonna equalize the score, right? 1-1.
Yep, 1/1. It's gonna be Humans winning with Warlock.
Okay. So we have a Warlock out of the way, a Hunter out of the way. I wonder if Kingdom's gonna choose to stay on this Druid. It's really unfortunate that he didn't draw any swipes to deal with the board, but I mean, in general, Druid's a pretty solid pick, and he's been doing very well with it throughout the tournament.
Yeah, he has. It's been pretty clutch for him, pretty frequently. I think you give it another chance. I think you. So this isn't quite lethal.
Yeah, I guess not. I have.
Yeah, I can't see the board. So
You guys
yeah,
can sap me if you want, but I can't see the board, so whatever.
it must not have been. Yeah, it wasn't.
I'm
lethal.
sure. I believe that he wasn't missing it, but
Oh,
he's
yeah.
still doing his best to. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
it's a
gonna get
concede
concede anyway. Okay, so tying it up 1-1.
Yep, that J-tonic foresight, man. I knew.
You know, nice work.
Thanks. Going into next match, if I was Kingdom, I would just stay on Druid. Druid's a good
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at drawing wild growths, which typically will win you the game. It unfortunately didn't against that Zoo because he didn't pick up the swipe to follow it up with. But let's see if he can piece together a win with it. If not, which deck do you think he'll switch to? If not Druid,
I mean, we're talking about humans, right? So he's only got Rogue left.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, we might see a
What about
Druid.
Kingdom?
Druid mirror here. King has warrior and druid left.
Okay.
But I'm calling druid mirror match.
Okay.
Oh, not even close. Okay, just kidding.
Okay. Way off. Dang, another one of these. So we're gonna see control warrior versus rogue again.
Mhm.